It's my 15th day of playing Homeless Simulator. I'm playing on an island map, and today, we finally have some sunny weather, so it was time to explore it. I figured the best way to explore an island is to first go around the outside edge of it, so I moved my base over to the coast. Before I left to check out the island, I had to get a few things done on the game's main quest. Become a level 99 YouTuber. After that, I decided to take a walk around the parking lot, to make sure it was a place that I could leave my base without running into any problems. There was a no overnight parking sign, but I didn't see anything telling me that I couldn't leave my base there during the day. I would just have to get back before dark. It was time to explore the island. I returned to my base, packed my bag, rolled up my pants, and took out my boots of speed item. I equipped them, and set off to start exploring the island. I prefer using my boots of speed more than any other mount in the game, such as the bicycle or scooter, for various reasons. For example, it's really easy to do a 360, which can come in handy in many situations, such as when you're trying to get noticed by other players. Another advantage that the speed boots have over mounts is that it's really easy to switch between the street and the sidewalk. I always try to go behind cars to not waste people's time and reduce the chances of an accident. It also helps you practice sharp turns. This island has floating stores, where traveling merchants sell their items on boats. Where have I seen that before? Another player who was riding a bike mount gave me some advice about things to see around the island. I took his advice. There was so much cool stuff to see, and the other players were very nice. They were all quite receptive to my boots of speed.
Nice turn.
Thanks. This player was so impressed with my boots that he even demanded that I take them off and trade them to him.
Take them off. You're not rollerblading up here. Take them off.
The speed boots are definitely a hack for making friends quickly. Here's a mount type I've never seen before. Even as a Homeless Simulator player, I knew that these houses were top tier. There was even a house that once belonged to the highest ranked player on the US server.
You guys are telling me the best player on the server used to live here? The best player on the server?
After some further exploration, I finally arrived at the southernmost point on the server. It looks like there were a ton of other players who had the same side quest as me, and they formed a huge line to interact with the quest text. But what they didn't know is that the same text was written on this sign, a few tiles away. With the side quest completed, I went to continue moving around the island to look for my reward. All of a sudden, a wild hockey rink spawned. That's right, even down on this tropical island, there's a random hockey rink zone. This game has everything, and it was filled with players playing the hockey minigame. Was this the quest reward? I quickly sprinted back to my base to go move it over to the hockey rink, so I could equip my hockey gear and play. Luckily, this island is small, and everything is relatively close by, so I got to my base and was able to move it to the hockey rink very quickly. Once I got to the hockey rink, I joined the game, which was a ton of fun, but the moist island air made the surface a bit slippery, and I fell and slightly injured my character. It was time to go back to the Homeless Simulator campground in the Denny's parking lot, put on a long sleeve shirt so I wouldn't get blood in my base, and get some rest for day 16.